Here we go, back with some more Legacy of Solaris. We are doing Tails' story next. Now, with how the amigo stories work that were added with Legacy of Solaris, every amigo character has their own story to go through that's a different length for each of them. You just, click in the story, it takes you through cutscenes and takes you through the stages. So that's what we're going to be doing today, starting with Tails' story. So again, I'm going to be skipping all the cutscenes here in Legacy of Solaris, but in Tails' case, you may have noticed that when we did Sonic's story, we didn't play Tails' Wave Ocean. Well, here we are, playing Tails' Wave Ocean. This is the reason for that, because it was separated off into a different character's story, which is pretty cool. Tails here, now that we're actually playing in his story and have more of a chance to talk about his abilities. Again, I talked about in Sonic's story, the P06 tail swipe is in the game. If you press X, you can just do a quick tail swipe. You can't hold it to do the rhythm badge or anything. You can just press it and it does the tail swipe attack, which is nice for close range combat. Additionally, as with all the other characters in the game other than Omega, is Tails' ground speed has been increased to where he moves as fast as Sonic at his default running speed, which is really nice. Additionally to that, we have the dummy ring bombs, which when we're on the ground, we can enter this first-person mode, chuck a dummy ring bomb, and hopefully defeat some enemies with the splash. Additionally to that, while we're in the air, if we press X, we can drop a dummy ring bomb on the ground, which is really nice. And yeah, so we get to play through some stages, some of which are pulled from, in Tails' case here, some of which are pulled directly from 06, like Tails' Wave Ocean right here. And then also, some of the stages we're going to be playing in his story are lifted from Team Attack Amigo, which, if you didn't know, was a little piece of DLC where we played through 3 stages, or where you played through 9 custom stages that were built for Tails in the first 3, Blaze in the second 3, and then Omega in the last 3. So some of the stages we're going to be playing are from that, but like I said, we do have some custom stages we get to play as well. No! RIP. Yes, Team Attack Amigo was Tails, Blaze, and Omega, which in Retail 06 were arguably the best 3 amigos. So those were the best to play. But every character has tons of stages here. Again, some of which are pulled directly from Retail 06, and some of which are actually custom that we'll be seeing here pretty soon. Now, I don't have nearly as much experience as with the Amigo stories as I do with the regular stories in Retail 06, of course. So this is going to be more of just a chill playthrough of the stages, but I'll reference stuff and talk about some stuff as it comes up. But here we go in our first custom stage, Dusty Desert. I'll put on screen, if I can find out that information, I'll have to talk to Gordon Ramsay about it. I will do my best to find the creator of the stage, whether it was Jotaro or if other people helped out in creation of these custom stages, because a lot of people have worked on Legacy of Solaris to make it what it is, and I want to properly credit what they do. If not, again, it's safe to assume that Jotaro at least worked on all of the custom stages a little bit. Considering he's the lead developer of the Legacy of Solaris mod. Another thing that I completely forgot to mention in Sonic's story is that Legacy of Solaris is a complete mod. There is no more development, no more new builds, no more anything. So the version I am playing right now is the final version and the most complete version. And honestly, it's in a good state. It's not really a canceled project. It's just a good, fun mod to play. For the most part. Dusty Desert for Tails can be a little bit confusing just because of the vast openness of it, and that there's a specific way that they want you to go through the stage. But sometimes, because Tails can fly, you can get a bit disoriented and maybe go the way you're not supposed to go. But I think we're going the right way here. Go ahead and grab the shield. Hyper's the one who did Dusty Desert for Tails. Yeah, I'll make sure to properly credit when I can. Can we solve this? We can't. Looks like we're just stuck. Can I please die? Tails. Tails. Come on, man. There we go. Funny thing is that the sand in Dusty Desert actually has the exact same properties as the water. Sound effects and all. So As you could probably hear there, we did make a little splash. But one thing I do want to mention, again, I'm not talking too much about PO6 because I want, you know, to talk about Legacy of Solaris on its own, and Lord knows I talk about PO6 enough on this channel. One thing that is very cool is that Chaos X gave Jotaro the okay to have the ability to port these extra custom stages from Legacy of Solaris into PO6, which I honestly couldn't think of a better marriage of the two projects, having the custom Legacy of Solaris stages with the new PO6 controls. But, you know, we'll see. It could take a while to get there, of course, you know. There's no real, like, timestamp on when it'll be available and stuff, but that completes Tales' Dusty Desert. Yeah, it's confirmed. I don't know if Jotaro's going to do it or like what timetable there is, but Chaos has confirmed that, yeah, Jotaro's the only one with permission, actually, to do any of that stuff. All right, here we go, pressing the back button to reset those assets. Here we are into White Acropolis, which, as you can tell, this is another custom stage. And since they're the custom stages, the people who made the custom stages know how broken 06 is. So it's a lot harder to break these compared to, say, breaking the stuff that's in Sonic Shadow and Silver Story, which is pretty cool stuff. They help out with it when the rando is done. Nice. I imagine that they're just going to be custom stages. They're not going to be like fully integrated into PO6 in any way. Yep, looks like they fixed that. So we're going to have to actually go around and play all of White Acropolis here. It's very cool that we get to actually have full stories in a way with each character. Tails is definitely one of the characters that gets like the most. Some of the stages are shorter and some are longer. But here we go. Knuckles is actually with us in White Acropolis, so we actually do this section with Knuckles instead of Tails. One thing to note with Knuckles and Rouge when it comes to climbing. So there's certain terrain in this game that's tagged as climbable. Knuckles and Rouge can climb on that terrain, but they cannot climb on other terrain. So specific sections of the game give us the ability to climb walls and stuff. It's not based on the character we play as, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, we just play Knuckles. If people DM you, do you answer? It depends on the DM. Yo, Speed Patrol, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Been a while since I've seen you. We're currently playing through the Tails story of Sonic 06 Legacy of Solaris. Yeah, if it's important, I answer DMs. I get a good amount of DMs, so I try to, you know, sometimes I just have to pick and choose because everyone can talk with me while I'm live on stream. So if there's something you really need to say, here I am. Wildcard, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Well, Junkbox, I will not answer your DMs. Anyway, here we are in Crisis City. This is one of the stages that was from Team Attack Amigo that Tails went through. I believe that this stage is directly lifted from Team Attack Amigo. It has been an extremely long time since I did that, or since I've played that DLC, so I'm not entirely sure, but I'm like 99% sure this is. Am I emulating it? Yes, I am playing Legacy of Solaris on Xenia. However, you can play Legacy of Solaris on original hardware, if you so wish. Backwards section A. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Tails is definitely the right character to do this, too. DM'd you on MySpace, please answer. Yeah, sorry, dude, that's not happening. My MySpace is only for the cool people. I was excited for this. Yeah, I hope people are... I hope it's living up to what people expected with the Legacy of Solaris playthrough. Obviously, the main Hedgehog stories, I think, are really going to be the highlight of this playthrough just because of how varied it is and how different it is and the fact that there's just more to talk about. But doing the Amigo stories is also going to be really fun, I think. I think what I might do for the sake of just niceness is that this playthrough might actually be a little longer. Like, there might be more videos to the playthrough than I intended there to be. because I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna save also the amigos extra stages for a different video, because some amigos have just a few extra stages while other amigos have like 5, and some of them are repeats. So last one waiting to get, never expect to see you playing retail. Well, I am not playing retail. I'm playing Legacy of Solaris. Yo, what's up, Seven? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Exclamation mark LOS if you don't know what Legacy of Solaris is. All right, there we go. Like I said, the cutscenes are completely unchanged. So they're just lifted and put, you know, when the character is present. But because Tails is with us through pretty much the entirety of Sonic's adventure, we're gonna be playing as him a lot in a lot of different stages. Which is pretty neato. Okay, camera. Okay, is there maybe a switch we have to hit somewhere? Or maybe I just have to, like, go through this in order... Okay. I figured it was something like that. Sometimes you have to hit a certain trigger in order to spawn the enemies. Ow. But honestly, it's cool. It is very cool. 360 to play either? Well, Legacy of Solaris, as I'm playing it right now, is perfectly... Like, works perfectly on Xenia. It's just that it's really cool that it's kind of like Sonic 3 complete in that way, that you can actually play it on original hardware. You can play most 06 mods on original hardware, which is really neat. Flamecore 2 is one of the best songs in the entire franchise, so yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. If you're maybe wondering why I am currently doing this, like I'm normally the PO6 guy, what am I doing playing Legacy of Solaris? Legacy of Solaris doesn't have a lot of coverage on YouTube. The only thing I can really recall in terms of Legacy of Solaris coverage outside of like Joe Taro, who's the lead developer of the project, creating his own playthrough on his YouTube channel, is with Sonic Overtime. So I figured I wanted to give this playthrough the justice it deserves. It's still 06, so I figure content-wise, it makes sense to kind of sidestep a little bit here. And I really just want to show it off and show all of the cool things that we can do now in Legacy of Solaris, because there is a lot in this mod. Like, a fuck ton. But if anyone's wondering kind of how the playthrough is going to go, we're going to do all of the main stages and main stories from every character, and then we will go back through and do all of the extra stages. Just because doing the playthrough and the extra stages all at once, it would just make it a gargantuan, like, playthrough. Very fun. Oh, yeah. Legacy of Solaris is very fun. While it is still Retail 06 at its core, because it's just straight up a mod of Retail 06, like it's not from the ground up, it uses Retail as a base. So there's still a lot of the trappings of it, but it definitely improves it like significantly. Let's go ahead and cheese it here. Yo, what's up, SSJ? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Got caught up cleaning? Hey, that's fine, man. Don't worry about it. We're still here hanging out, playing Legacy of Solaris, so I wouldn't worry about it. Ow. Whatever. Thankfully, the lava is actually extremely forgiving in Flamecore. Oh, that's a lot? That makes sense. Xenia, but the game lags a lot? That's interesting. I wonder if that's Xenia lag or actual lag. I think we do have to switch to Knuckles to hit the orbs here. I don't think Tails has an ability that allows him to hit the orbs like Sonic does, because Sonic can hit him with his homing attack. Super Saiyan? Yeah, but I call him SSJ because I wouldn't call him Super Saiyan every time he comes in. I think this is the last orb. They're actually in different spots than they were in Sonic's story, which is kind of fun. Okay, I missed one. Here? Hey, very nice. Could be my computer too. Legacy of Solaris, while like it doesn't, to compare it to something, while it doesn't need nearly as much of the hardware prowess as something like PO6 does, it still needs a fair bit of you know, power in order to play it well. You just call me Lang? Sounds good. He's so polite, even the apocalypse. Absolutely. Gotta stay as polite as possible, of course. Alrighty, skipping a bunch of cutscenes. Here we go, stage to stage. I love going stage to stage. Get rid of all the hub world fluff. I am curious as to why they didn't bother having the characters run around in the hub world. Maybe they just couldn't figure it out or something. Want to see the janky cutscenes? I recommend looking up the cutscenes on YouTube if you want to see them. Yeah, we are able to hear. Oh my god. Gotta love splines. Progression of SA2 stories? Yeah, that would make sense. The progression's pretty much the same, so. Feel free to skip. Oh, I wasn't planning on playing them anyway. Even if you want to see it. I am not touching those 6 cutscenes with a 10-foot pole, except for there's 2 cutscenes I'm going to play throughout the entirety of the Legacy of Solaris playthrough. And it's pretty easy to figure out which ones they are. Can I please just get rid of this guy? I wonder if we're actually able to fly around this, because I don't actually know if there are invisible walls or anything. Lobrock's gravity on Twitter. I must have. No, the conveyor belts aren't here. That's kind of interesting. You guys always say it like I'm gonna tell you. I always tease something and then everyone's like guessing what they are. Like, why would I tell you? That ruins the fun. Same thing with the reference that's in the all demo speedrun video for PO6. Still, no one has gotten the reference. Why not? Because it's not fun to tell you. What's the surprise? How fun would gambling be if you already knew the outcome? Thought I found the reference. Yep, nobody's found the reference yet. And here we are. I'm actually surprised we don't play as Tails in Kingdom Valley, because Tails actually has a Kingdom Valley variant. I forgot to mention too, Radical Train that we just played is also a stage Tails went through in Team Attack Amigo. I'm pretty sure that Tails has an extra stage of Kingdom Valley, but we won't be playing that for a while yet. What reference? I put not a too obscure reference, but if you've been a fan of Sonic for a while, you would know the reference that I put into the all demo speedrun video. And that's all I'll say. I mean, what's the outcome? Is that you know the reference and you can get a cookie. Free money sounds good to me, but if everybody knew the outcome, Verge, then everyone would just bet on the outcome. Right? Because everyone wants the money, so it wouldn't really work out. Obviously, if you were just the one that knew the outcome, then hey, there you go. There's no bad Nick bounce. I don't know why I thought I could bad Nick bounce. Unfortunately, even in Legacy of Solaris, we'll get more to it when we get to Knuckles' story, but in Legacy of Solaris, Knuckles still is pretty lacking. He's probably my least favorite character to play for that reason. But also additionally, like I mentioned, White Acropolis, Knuckles can't climb every single object or every single thing because the terrain has to be tagged to be climbable. This is one of, oh my goodness, we're playing as Sonic. This I did not expect. But hey, son of a bitch. What a jerk. You only got 2 lives. Yeah, what about him? Oh my goodness. All right, we got the purple gem now. So we can just kind of, you know. I thought this was Tails' story, you know. I'm just trying to make Sonic more like him. There we go. So I guess we didn't see the last of Sonic. I'm surprised that he's available to play as at all, considering how gargantuan his story is. We don't even need to do this. I can just... Yeah.
There's gotta be a switch somewhere.
Very nice. Wow, so many switches. I believe that switch opened up this path. Yep. And we can just not do the sky gem. There we go. Very cool. Off to section 2. I guess Sonic went somewhere else. That is fair because Tails actually here is starting in a different place than Sonic does at the beginning of section 2. Kind of cool. We gotta defeat all of these enemies. Tails, unfortunately, even with the tail swipe, it's still a bit clunky to defeat enemies with him. Probably the best solution is just carpet bomb dummy rings and hope it kills stuff, because all of the rings that spawn when you carpet bomb with the dummy ring bomb actually do damage. But I think they have to be mobile. I think it's like a Havoc physics engine thing. As you can see, like even like my dummy ring bombs are like running into each other and breaking and stuff. And, his blue little face everywhere he goes. I suppose he does. That is very true. It's just up until Aquatic Base, we haven't played through it all. One thing I do notice in Legacy of Solaris and custom stages is that custom stages are a big fan of the leader mechanic. Which, if you don't know, they're... In certain enemy formations, there tends to be one that's like the leader of the group, and if you defeat that leader, you can destroy all the enemies at once, which is really nice for gameplay flow. But it's actually kind of cool. There's a lot of enemy formations where it's like a hidden enemy, which is pretty neat. Okay, cool. That door just opens. I was worried for a second. I think we're good. This is almost like Silver's Aquatic Base, actually. Can I just hit this again? Nice. Can I hit it a 3rd time? Yo, sick. Here we go, though. Golden egg pongs from Sonic Heroes? Yes. I've had ideas on how to change them. Yeah, I mean, the dummy ring bomb, like, it's whatever. I mean, personally, if we're talking PO6, which I don't want to talk about too much, because we talk about PO6 all the goddamn time. Like, personally, like, I don't really care if this is an ability, considering how in PO6 Tails operates. It is a nice long-range weapon, but I don't know. Maybe something like his Zap Cannon from, like his Zap Cannon from Sonic Battle would be a cool addition to his arsenal. Tailspin? Yeah, Tails can do the Tailspin in both Legacy of Solaris and PO6. Have Tails throw nukes. Yeah, it just annihilates everything. And that's it. That's all of Tails' story. Sorry, I forgot it ends so abruptly because there's not like a final cutscene or anything. Tails helps Sonic through the aquatic base, and that's it for Tails' story. We actually... How many stages does he have? Oh, he only has 2 extra stages. We might as well bundle the extra stages in. Why not? He's only got 2 of them, so let's do this. Extra Kingdom Valley. Like I said, in Legacy of Solaris, every character has extra stages that they can go through, or extra variants. This one in particular is very much like, if not completely identical, to his Team Attack Amigo. Like I've said before, Tails has his... he has Crisis City, Radical Train, and Kingdom Valley as part of Team Attack Amigo, which was DLC for Retail 06. So I believe this is just straight up that variant, but I'm not entirely certain if anything was changed. If you want to keep them as dummy ring bombs, then yeah, that sounds like a pretty cool idea, Chaos. Ow. Stumbling through here. I believe we're just doing section 1 backwards, so we're almost to the end, actually. Here in the extra stages, generally extra variants of stages aren't too, like, tough or long. Especially in Tails' case here, but it really depends on the stage, and it really depends on the character as well. With Knuckles, we've got quite a lot on our hands. The controls are improved in Legacy of Solaris. All of the control improvements come from the 06 mod loader, and all of those patches. So I would say if you didn't like how Retail 06 controlled, you're not going to like how Legacy of Solaris controls. If you thought that Retail 06 controlled okay or had passable controls, it is a good improvement. Do. All right, again, I apologize. I have a bit of a cold coming on, so if I'm a little bit sniffly, that's kind of stinks. Let's see. So Kingdom Valley and then Tropical Jungle is our final stage. Again, this is completely custom. I will try to figure out who created each stage. I'm sure there are credits somewhere that I can find. If not, I'm sure I can just ask in the Discord server for Legacy of Solaris. Who created what stage? Yo, Trickster, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yo, Nico, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Everything's going well. The extra CSC section? I'm pretty sure that was Gordon. I don't think Gordon just did it by himself. Yo, Sky. Hey, thank you so much, Sky, for that 3 months of subscribing. I really appreciate it. Enjoy that Sky Gem and all the emotes that go along with it. Oh, it was with Prime, too. I'm honored to be your Prime gaming streamer. Enjoy those gems and all the emotes that go along with it, and thank you so much for supporting the stream. Am I looking small in frame again? I just looked over and noticed. I haven't, like, stared at OBS at all this stream. Oh, shit. Maybe I need to sit up. I look a little hunched over. Sonic Prime? Oh. Dude, he said Prime. Does that mean Sonic Prime? Grab this one up just in case. Now, let's see how much we can shortcut. Like I said, now with all these extra stages that are in Legacy of Solaris, I would definitely say that stages like Tropical Jungle, which in the base game are extremely underutilized, are very utilized here in Legacy of Solaris. As we go above the trees there, I think, yeah. Looks like we have to use dummy ring bombs on some of these. Unfortunately, rings get moved by missile attacks, which is pretty annoying. It seems like they were courteous to us, put a 1 up there, as well as some ring capsules in case we got hit, which is good. All right, one more enemy to go. Zip line appears out of nowhere. Respected. Okay. And goal ring. That was the entirety of Tails' stages in Legacy of Solaris. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, I guess next time with Legacy of Solaris, we are going to be moving on to Knuckles. Thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.